Every year on April 22nd, millions of people take action in their communities to bring awareness to the needs of our planet. Why is that? Well, from all we can tell, this is the only planet we've got, and right now we have to do everything that we can to keep it healthy. But how did this get started? Well, let's find out. Back before 1970, a really long time ago, though maybe not for your parents.
Hey!
But don't tell them I said that. Pollution in some places around the world was so bad that you could see smoke in the air, oil in the water, and grime just, well, everywhere. In fact, most people got so used to the idea of pollution in the air that it was considered normal. A book called Silent Spring, published in 1962 by biologist Rachel Carson, warned about the negative effects that all the toxic pollution was having on animals, plants, and people. This awareness, along with a bad oil spill in California in 1969, prompted three men to take action. U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson, U.S. Congressman Pete McCloskey, and activist Dennis Hayes decided that something needed to be done to raise awareness about the harmful effects of pollution. So what did they do? On April 22, 1970, the first Earth Day was held. Focusing mostly on college campuses and heavily polluted areas, the first Earth Day prompted over 20 million Americans, about 10% of the total population at the time, to ask for changes in order to make the air, water, and environment cleaner for themselves and the plants and animals of the planet. The impact of that first Earth Day was huge! In just a few short years, the U.S. would create the Environmental Protection Agency and pass the Clean Air and Water Acts and the Endangered Species Act. But if we want to protect the Earth, it can't just be one country, can it? That's why in 1990, Earth Day went global. Over 200 million people around the globe organized demonstrations, raised awareness, and organized projects in order to clean up their neighborhoods and cities. The popularity of Earth Day in 1990 was a huge reason for the United Nations to call an Earth Summit in 1992. Over 172 governments and 2,400 other groups concerned about the environment would meet in Rio de Janeiro to discuss the future. Among the changes was a UN Council on Climate Change, which still exists today. Just a few years later in 1997, the nations of the world met in Japan and crafted the Kyoto Protocols, an agreement for all countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. What was that, you asked? Oh, right! What is greenhouse gas? Good question. Greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide emissions, which scientists have determined to trap heat and cause the most damage to our atmosphere. So, reducing those would be a really good thing, right? The new Millennium Earth Day kicked off with 184 countries participating in awareness events and, probably the most exciting thing for me, a global drum circle, which reached around the world and back to Gabon, Africa. By 2010, Earth Day saw the participation of almost 200 countries and over 1 billion people. That's right, from a small event on college campuses to over 1/7 of the world's population, all pitching in to make a better world. While so many have done so much, the climate is still rapidly changing, and larger problems mean larger answers. Still pushed by the overwhelming voices of Earth Day volunteers, the Paris Climate Accords were signed by 193 countries. By signing, each country agreed to take active steps to reduce emissions of greenhouse gas and to promote cleaner energy production. Imagine, all of this came from three guys who had an idea back in 1969. So that's what others have done to help our Earth. But the work never ends for a citizen of this planet, and lucky for us, that's you. So, what can you do to make a positive impact in your community on Earth Day? Well, for starters, we've got an activity book. In the book, you can find all kinds of useful information on Earth Day, activities to help you take your own action for our planet on Earth Day, and a pledge. But when you've finished your activities, we also want you to make a video and show them to us. That's right, our first Earth Day video competition. Whether you film yourself helping out, write a song, a poem, perform a skit, whatever it is, we want to see it. See the newsletter for more instructions on the video contest, and entries are due by April 30th. We can't wait to see what you've done to help our planet. It's our hope at Mia Plaza that this brief history of Earth Day has helped you to believe that one person with a big idea can have a huge impact, and that person can be you. Whether you're a dragon, mathlete, or explorer, you can do your part to take care of our home. Happy Earth Day!
Hey, hey.